This is the Gentle Giant die set from Hero Arts. There are 35 cutting dies in this set to create our Gentle Giant. There is dies to create a little boat, there's dies to create fish, and then there's a bunch to create different forms of seaweed and different shells that they can be growing out of. The pieces are really, really easy to put together, and this guy is quite large, so you'll see when you see him on an A2 card base, he fills a lot of that A2 card base. This is part of the Don't Stop Believing collection from Hero Arts, and it works really, really well with other pieces from that collection, especially the Lake of Legends stencil set. It's the perfect background with this guy. I just used liquid glue to glue all my pieces together. I liked having that little bit of wiggle room, and the glue starts to set fairly quickly. I also used a little bit of interference ink around to do a little bit of ink blending so that it had a little bit of shimmer to it as well as some color. I thought it really suited our little Gentle Giant here. Once I'm done with the ink blending of the Gentle Giant, I did a little bit on that seaweed, again, to add a little bit of shimmer to that. Now I'm using interference ink here, but you could use regular ink if you don't want to have that shimmer on there. So here is an A2 card base. I'm using this to create a trifold card, and you can see how much space he takes up on the front of that card. I put his body on and then the fin on the side, and then add the seaweed so that I can put that little tail curl on top of the seaweed so we don't lose any of the detail from him. I created him 3 times for 3 different dimensional cards. Here is a pop-up card, and I used some coral colors for him. I wanted to make sure that he had a lot of contrast from the background. Here I'm using him with other parts of that Don't Stop Believing collection, so you can see how well that background, that stencil background, works with him. There's also that cloud border die that's part of that same collection. Then I used him to create a step card, again with that stencil background, because I just love it behind him. Here I'm using some peachy colors and added a little bit of that to that stencil background as well. Here is how that card stands up. I think it really suits interactive cards or dimensional cards with him because he's just got a wow factor to him. Here's the finished trifold card with that stencil background. I just love this Gentle Giant. I think it is fabulous for card making.